Hey guys, it's Cassie and today I'm going to be talking about items on my luxury wish list that I didn't buy and why. I don't know about you, but my wish list is two things. Number one, very long, and number two, ever evolving, changing. I change my mind a lot on some things, and these are the ones that I just felt didn't mesh with me. For whatever reasons, and we're going to go into it. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're going to love it here. So head down and subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Guys, are you ready? Let's go. First item is the Versace navy bomber jacket that I went on and on about throughout 2021. Okay, so let me cast your minds back. I was doing a shopping vlog. I was perusing through the racks at Versace on Bond Street, and what caught my attention out of the corner of my eye? Oh my gosh, a bomber jacket. I'm a bomber jacket gal. I love the shape, I love the bubble of it, I love the proportions, okay? So I saw this, I loved it. It had this sort of like a wing, the collar of it was long at the back and it spelled out Versace, lovely gold hardware detailing. Lots to love. I added it to my wish list. I came on here, I told you guys about it, but I also said that Versace always does good ready-to-wear sales, and that is definitely going to go into the sale, and Versace sales, usually, they go straight in at a 50%. So instead of paying possibly £1,600, that was going to go down to between £700 and £800. So I was going to wait it out. Now, in that time that I was waiting, I did a little bit of soul searching. I inquired within. I have similar jackets, and there is nothing too like otherworldly about this jacket to differentiate it from other jackets that I would use in the same situation. Because what I'm trying not to do is, as I expand my collection, I try to buy a variety. And while there are certain shapes and styles that I like, I tend to go for different choices within that so that I don't have like 2 or 3 or 5 things that I would all wear in the same situation. Does that make sense? I think you get it. We're on the same wavelength. Otherwise you end up in a situation where you've got loads of this one thing and you end up only wearing each of them a handful of times and not even like really like getting to use something to its full potential. And I feel like if you can talk yourself out of something, then you don't really love it that much. So she was cut. And to be very honest with you, now, me looking back on it, I don't miss the fact that she's not in my wardrobe. Next up, we have the Fendi Nano Peekaboo. TBE, Tiny Bag Energy. It is the acronym that I live my life by. And I saw this tiny little Fendi Peekaboo. However, every time I was in a situation to buy it, there was something that was just like, just wait, not quite, don't, there was something, making me take a step back every time I went to hand my card over, you know? Well, as my name suggests, I am a fortune teller. If you didn't know, Cassandra in Greek mythology was given the gift of fortune telling, however nobody believed her, she died a terrible death, blah blah blah. But I like to think that I have some of those powers that my name suggests, because Fendi very recently released an even better version of this Nano Peekaboo. She's a little bit wider. Okay, she's a little bit more regal looking, a little bit more put together. I don't understand kind of like how. She's got a little metal top handle. The colours are juicy, juicy, delicious. Put them in a smoothie, I want to drink it. And I feel like my little inner psychic was like, hold on a second, not quite. So this one has definitely taken its place. Okay, the next one were the Mugler spiral jeans. And these are controversial because you either love them or you hate them. There is nobody that stands neutral on this and they're like, they're fine. You either think that they're the most crass, vulgar piece of denim that you've ever seen in your life, or you're like, yes queen, get it, fashion, Mugler, love it. And if we cast our minds back, I tried these on. I liked how they looked on me. I think that they were flattering, all of that. For me, I feel like they are too memorable, almost to their detriment. I'm somebody that likes to wear their stuff. I outfit, sodding, repeat. I use my things, and I am worried that with those jeans, I would only be able to wear them a handful of times a year because if I overdo it, it would just be like, oh, she's back sodding in the Mugler jeans again. It's like, oh, come on. I'm not out here like going to sodding fashion week and fashion events and whatever, in which case it's like, sodding, get the Mugler jeans out. I had a very similar thought process with the blue Fendace dress that I tried on the Versace side, because I was just like, yes, love the dress. I think I look fabulous. Issue is, when am I going to wear this? Like once, twice a year? At which point, cost per wear, I'm paying £800 for those 2 times I'd wear it in a year, right? Because that dress was £1,600. I also think that it was overpriced, grossly. I think that max, that is a £1,200 dress at most. Next up, the Chanel Ear Muffs. Now, whilst I do still love them, whilst I do still think that these are something that you buy once and would use for literally the rest of your life. And also, I would like to say everything on this list, if somebody had given it to me, if it was a gift, gladly accept, okay? Because I'm going to tell you one thing. Somebody else's money and your money are spent in very different ways, okay? Anyway, so I like them. I love them in general. It's just like, whatever these reasons are, it's not enough for me to part with my own money, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to the ear muffs. So they did these in predominantly like white or grey, and I was like, it's a no from me and my makeup. Then they did a black one, they did a 2-tone with the white, and I was really considering those. And then eventually I ended up going for the Acne Studios like little sort of wool headband situation, because the last thing I would want to do with a pair of Chanel ear muffs is lose them. They're quite bulky. I can see myself in the winter, little, oh my gosh, winter bunny, like killing it, walking down the streets, going into somewhere to eat or whatever, and leaving it, okay? Because my bags are small. I've not got room for that. But the Acne Studios headband I can. And also, it ended up matching very well with my Acne Studio scarf, and it just all ended up making a lot more sense. In one of my last wish lists, I was talking about the Louis Vuitton Sac Plat, do I say the T or not? I always forget. BB. Now, I liked this predominantly as an errand bag. I had a situation which was, I was like going for a meeting, I wanted to take my lovely Louis Vuitton agenda, and none of my bags fitted in. And I didn't want to take a massive tote, so I needed something in between that I could possibly wear with another bag, or like a little errand runaround bag, right? And I was really looking at that Louis Vuitton one. I was like, yes, she will age fabulously, all of this. Then I stumbled across the Prada, I think it's called the Canapa tote, which is a lot more sort of casual looking, but does the same thing, is a bit more roomy, and I thought, do you want to know what? She'd also work. I just thought it was more of a practical option compared to the Louis Vuitton one. Do I still love the Louis Vuitton one? Yes. But that's why I ended up not getting it. Next, Cartier. I was really looking at the Cartier Panthere ring, you know, with its little panther face eating its own tail. Hold on a second. Isn't that like a weird fable or tale to do with a snake eating its own tail or something? I don't know. I was looking at this ring, and I'm kind of at a point where, look, I've done a couple of videos to do with fine jewellery brands, alternative fine jewellery brands, aside from your Cartier and your Van Cleef, and I just think that although those brands are beautiful, do not get me wrong, the more I see and the more I look, the more I just want something different other than those brands. I look at like other rings that I like much more, and I think it's because it's not those brands. Other rings that I've kind of been considering instead of that one are like, I don't even know how to properly pronounce this brand, Horsenbooz? That brand has got a really cool, like, chunky ring that actually kind of looks like the Pisces sign, which I actually am. There's an amazing Simon G, like, gold ring that's, like, linked and half of it's diamonds. And again, it gives that chunk that I would have gotten from the Cartier one, but these are not so obvious options. And I think moral of the story is I just want a really weird, like, stack and setup of, like, oh, that's weird and interesting. And that one, she says, with the Cartier love ring, but it was a sodding gift, all right? That's just my thought process. The last item. I don't even know if I've got a choice in not having this. The Louis Vuitton collaboration with Nike. Huge collaboration. One of the most sought after. This is going to be the Hunger Games, really, to get hold of. And I've also seen a lot on the internet about if your SA hasn't offered this to you to pre-order, then you haven't got a chance. I don't even see these hitting the shop floor, truly. I think that all the VVIP clients are going to have them, and then the rest of us that buy 1 or 2 Louis Vuitton things a year are like, thank you very much, not for you. So as much as I would have absolutely loved one, it's definitely not going to happen for me. The other thing as well is that, maybe this is just me justifying like me not having one, and I'm like trying to come to terms with the fact, I would probably definitely still wear them, but there would be a part of me that would be like, never wear them, keep them in a box, leave it to your grandchildren, and then they can go on Antiques Roadshow and blow everyone out of the water, you know? So maybe it's for the best. Update, I might actually have a bit of a fighting chance, because apparently, yes, I'm in sweat, sorry, because apparently there's going to be an online launch where us mere mortals can have a fighting chance. If the bots don't beat us, we might be alright. That's happening in June. Get the coins together, people. I think they're ranging in price from $2,000 to $2,500. Let's get it together. Guys, let me know what you thought of my reasons, and also let me know what you had on your wish list that, do you want to know what? Didn't come into fruition, and why. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.